Hi. I just have a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Sure.
Do you have time?
I do have a moment, yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know if a moment is long enough, but I was reading on the JW.org website because some witnesses told me about it, and I found that part where they really have a lot of stuff. It's called Online Library.
Right.
It's really cool because you can kind of go back and examine the origins of the religion, and although you can't go all the way back, but they start around 1950, I guess. But I was reading about Jesus choosing them in 1919.
I'm sorry, say that last part again. Jesus doing what?
Jesus chose them in 1919 after inspecting all the religions.
Right.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Is that in the Bible? I mean, I never noticed that reading the Bible.
Did you, when you were on the library, did you read the scriptural references that went with that?
Yeah, they don't. No, there's hardly any, actually.
There is actually scriptural references that go along with that. If I could, if this is okay with you, if I could take either your name and number or your name and your address.
Well, I don't live near enough there, but how about my email?
Email is fine, sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's just to say that I've read the Bible like for decades, and I've never gotten any idea like that. I was just wondering, is it kind of one of those secret? Are you like a secret? Like they have secret knowledge of?
I'm sorry?
I mean, do they have their own way of?
I'm sorry, you're fading out really bad.
Okay, is that better now?
Yes, that's better.
Yeah, that's why it just kind of perplexes me, because it's such an epic thing. You know, you'd think anybody reading the Bible would be able to see that, so that we could follow the right slave or whatever. But I never noticed that in the Bible at all. Do you need the publications to kind of guide you through that? Is that what it is?
No, it's actually I'm getting ready to go out in the field ministry. And so we're leaving the building right now.
Okay.
And that's one of those subjects where I would like to just sit down and go over that.
Sure.
Because I don't want to share anything with you that's incorrect.
Do you think anybody's ever seen that from the Bible apart from their reasonings or publications?
Ask that question again because I'm not sure I'm following you.
Well, how do you think other people can see that Jesus appointed Watchtower in 1919 from just reading the Bible?
The way that you are framing that to me is so.
It's the most obvious question about it. I mean.
So the way that the scriptures are designed, the way that the scriptures speak about it is that when Jesus was enthroned as king in 1914, because this is really a very deep subject, but when Jesus was enthroned as king in 1914, his first action, according to Revelation, was to remove Satan the devil and all of his demons from the heavens down to the vicinity of the earth. The second thing that began to take place was him coming down and looking at the earth to see those who were properly instructing from God's Word, the Bible, making the effort to share the truth.
Yeah, I did see that one part in the article. It says that the issue, what made him decide on them was the serving of the right sort of food at the proper time.
Right.
Now, you know what that made? Could I ask a question about that? You know what made me think of when I read that? The most recent book they were distributing at that time, it was called The Finished Mystery. Have you ever read it?
My mom has it. I haven't personally read it.
Oh, I would really encourage you to read it because this is so crucial to this argument. It says right here, I'm reading this from the website, the serving of food with the right sort of food at the proper time was the issue. It had to be according to this that a decision must be rendered by the returned master. Now, The Finished Mystery is very interesting, and I would really encourage you to look at it. If you actually have the hard copy that you can look at.
Yeah, my mom has the entire series of that.
Yeah.
Listen.
So if you read it and you think to yourself, that's what they were teaching at that time. That's what Jesus chose him about? I mean, I know it's long. I mean, I can give you some highlights. I have a little bit thing of highlights here from it.
I'm curious. I'm curious first. What was your question?
About Jesus choosing them in 1919. It's so incredible.
No, I was actually sharing something with you, and you interrupted me and asked me if you could ask a question. Yeah. But then you made a statement, so I'm curious what the question was.
I was just asking. You were talking about 1914. I forgot how I got into that, but yeah, we were bringing up criteria as to why Jesus chose them. I forgot something you said kind of triggered that in my mind. Right. So yeah. Oh, I would definitely. I hope you can look at the book. I mean, that's very cool that you have the actual copy.
Okay. So, what is the question that you're looking to get answered right now? Because I feel like more you're trying to tell me what I should do versus
no. I mean,
really I'm not following the conversation.
Well, it's the spiritual food that Jesus chose them on the basis of. It's the spiritual food that they were distributing at that time when he chose them.
So do you know what the spiritual food was that was being distributed at that time?
Well, yeah, I've read some highlights, and I've read parts of the Finished Mystery. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So do you have a disagreement with the spiritual food that was being distributed at that time?
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't even teach half of this stuff anymore. Like it says they said Michael the Archangel is the Pope.
Okay, so
all kinds of things like that. It's filled with that. It's not just one thing. Jesus began to reign as king in 1878.
I feel like you're just trying to share information with me more so than really having any questions.
Well, isn't that relevant? Isn't that relevant to 1919? I mean, you're the one. It came up.
But here's the situation. I feel like you are trying to instruct me as to what I should do or what I should know. I'm very, very comfortable in what I know, and I practice it, and I believe it. And if there's a disagreement here, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can go over that information and choose to stop there if you wish. If there's questions involved that you would like answers to, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But I'm not going to question my faith because I study every single day of my life.
Well, I think
I'm very comfortable where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it would make you very uncomfortable if you saw that the food that Jesus
really
chose
wouldn't,
them
but
by. It really is shocking. It really is shocking. I mean, it's a wild book.
I would suggest that if you're really interested, don't stop your research in a book that was written in the early 1900s.
Yeah, when Jesus chose them on the basis of what they were teaching. Okay?
Okay. Well, apparently this is more of an argument, or I'm not sure, but
I'm not arguing about anything. I just hope you'll look at the book, okay?
I'm not interested, but thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this the Kingdom Hall?
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. My Bluetooth here is acting up. Hang on a sec. Let me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay, how's that?
Oh, great. Yeah, I just was wondering. My name is Christine. I was just wondering if I could run something by you. I have a question.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Well, I've been reading some things on jw.org about pagan origins. You know how that's bad. And they seem to talk about that in regard to a lot of different things, like holidays and religions and things like that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, so I can look at different sources and everything. And I was reading, what do people say in response to that? So I just wanted. Is it okay if I just run this by you? This is something somebody wrote as kind of a response, and then you could respond to that?
I suppose is it a did you have a question regarding it or something that you need clarification
I
on?
would love
Or?
to see what your response is to this if I could run this by you. It's kind of a response to that kind of argument that they make about pagan origins. And then maybe you could, respond to what your answer would be.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what we'll do. If you can give me your contact information, we can. Because right now I'm in the middle of my workday and I'm not really.
Oh, okay, no
positioned
problem. No,
to
I
do
didn't
much
want to
research and
interrupt.
so forth.
Oh, it doesn't take
But
research.
I
It just takes
but I
about
do
like.
have the phone forwarded to me, so I can. Pick
Oh,
up the
okay. Could I
calls
just
and
read
make
it
sure
to you real quick so then you can think about it and maybe you can get back to me?
Sure, or you could do that, or you could text it to me because this number receives text as well. But either way,
I see.
whatever
Yeah.
you're more
It's
comfortable with.
about cats, and it's something somebody wrote called "Are Cats for Christians?" And then it makes the points about cats that they were worshipped as gods in Egypt, and they're never spoken of favorably in the Bible. They're never listed as being owned by righteous men of old, and they were unclean by the definition given to Noah. So I was just wondering, what they're saying by that is that type of reasoning, could be used for anything.
I see. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
what's your thought on that? Well, or you can let me know later. Just kind of. I just, I like to be open-minded and look at all sides of something. So, I mean, it is interesting considering pagan origins, but I was wondering what would be a good response to that.
Yeah. Okay. And you're wondering this for yourself, or someone asked you this question?
Oh no, just for myself. Just I like to learn about religion and the Bible and stuff.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because I mean, generally, I've found the research and the explanations that are on our website are usually quite well written and probably better than and more thorough than anything I could respond. I mean, I'd be glad to help, but I mean, I would go to the same source as well.
Oh yeah, so, I didn't see any response to that. How that could be applied to actually almost anything. And then, I also did find where they talk about piñatas, and they describe the origin of piñatas in this like article, and they go on and on. It was like the Aztecs, and it may be like pouring out to their god. The Aztecs that cut out people's hearts and stuff like that. And then they said,
oh yeah.
And then the article goes, well, it doesn't really matter what it meant then. It just matters. That doesn't mean anything why people do it now. So like, don't worry about it. It was like, what?
Right.
I was kind of surprised. So piñatas are good. That's one thing it's okay to do, I guess. But okay, well, you can text me back if you want. You can see my number, right?
I'm sorry,
Okay.
your voice is breaking up a little bit. I don't
Oh,
know if
okay.
it's my connection or connection there.
Okay,
I missed the last sentence you said there.
Okay. Well, you could text me if you want to, if you have any thoughts on it, if you can find anything, like a response to that, using the same kind of logic on almost anything. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I will say this, though, just in general, Jehovah's Witnesses are, we tend to be very careful that we don't do anything where we accidentally or inadvertently offend God by celebrating or participating in something that has some questionable origins.
Yeah, but they said with piñatas it didn't matter. So.
What's that?
Well, I was just telling you that they said with piñatas it doesn't matter. Huh. I mean, do you say the days of the week?
Yeah, and I would have to go back and look at the same article you're looking at in order to really for it to sink in.
Oh, okay. I'll send you the reference on piñatas, and then you can let me know what your side or response to that. I'm really look forward to see what your thought is on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because to tell you the truth, I mean, I haven't personally been asked that question before, so but I know how to research it, so I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, thanks for being so nice.
And so, Christine, is this your phone number shows